everybody, welcome back to West of Loathing. I'm the Bluester 2, and I think I know what I'm doing now. But, yeah, Cactus Bill, I didn't expect to see you around these parts. Well, I gotta admit, I got a little envious when I saw you leave Bourne Springs, and I figured I'd hitch a ride out west to see what I could see. And just look at this place, so much hustle, so much bustle. There sure is a lot of both of those. Hey, nice pot, thank you kindly. So, what's new? Well, to be honest, what's new is a profound sense of longing and loneliness. Sorry to hear that, Bill. Well, it is what it is. I was hoping I'd run across a similarly lonely cactus lady somewhere out there, or filling out a normal human lady looking to marry a cactus. No luck? Not yet. Of course, getting around is a bit of a challenge, but us cactuses live a long time. I'm sure I'll meet somebody someday. I'll keep an eye out. Heck, I sure would appreciate it. I've got a spittoon on my head. Don't you wish you had a spittoon on your head? I'd like to send a postcard. Ye sell books. Ye do not sell books. I thought I knew what I was doing, but I don't think I do. I need to find a a book what will tell me about mushrooms and such. It might be too late. I don't know. Okay, I guess I'll take these. Why not? You spot a small cottage on the horizon with what looks like a work table in front of it. Let's go there. It's weird that a silversmith would leave his tools out in the open like this. Bullets is all anyone uses silver for anyway. Fella probably got sick of doing it. Ah. I could make... What? I'm not... Whatever. You're not planning on going to any weddings or funerals anytime soon, so you figure it's safe to turn these cufflinks into something more immediately useful. Yeah, that'll do. Hello. A spittoon. At least it looks like a spittoon, but it's next to a bed, so it might be a bedpan. Investigate. What? Really? I mean, if it's just a spittoon, that's bad enough, but it might be a bedpan, and that would be way worse. Investigate it. I feel like maybe you aren't getting what I'm saying. We're talking about an object that someone probably uses when they wake up in the middle of the night and can't be bothered to walk to the outhouse. And the best you can hope for is that maybe they only use it to spit nighttime tobacco juice in. So, in which case it's only full of rancid, congealing tobacco spit. I'm investigating it. Are you even listening to me, or are you just sort of skimming past the text? Bedpan. Look, I'm pretty sure there's treasure in there, and you aren't stopping me. Bedpan! Shut up, I'm investigating. Okay, fine, have it your way. Your own filthy, disgusting way. Turns out not to be a bedpan, but it's definitely a spittoon, and it's definitely filled with rotting brown spit. Fish around in it. What is wrong with you? Bite me! Oh, good God. Okay, you plunge your hand in up to the wrist. It makes a gloop noise and breaks the thin skin of congealing toxins that was previously keeping the dire smell in relative check. Now you are choking in a miasma of oily, bitter chaw stink. You know that feeling you get when you're about to puke? How you get that taste way back in the rear corners of your mouth, that metallic tang by the root of your tongue like you're sucking on an old corroded penny? Just tell me what I found already. You found a filthy, slime-covered brooch. Are you happy? I bet you're even gonna put it on without washing it first. I might do. Maybe I will, so there. Search for secrets. Took behind one of the books, you find a small envelope filled with receipts, about half of them from a shop called the Silver Platter. He was crooked. The silversmith was selling cheap fakes. Oh well, he's gone now, and so are most of his customers. No sense in stirring up trouble at this point. You write the location down of the shop. Might come in handy later. The shelf looks pretty picked over. Instant grits. There's a note on the safe. I forgot the darn combination to this confounded thing. If you can open it, you're welcome to what's in it. Yay, nuggets! We just gonna bust in and loot the joint? It's okay, look at all the dust all over the place. This guy checked out ages ago. Fair enough, let's do it. Nuggets. Nugget. You melt the nugget and make a bullet, observing in the process that nugget and bullet are pretty similar words. I guess. I think I heard about this guy. Some of the neighbors used to talk about getting silver-plated barbed wire made to keep cows away. Would that work? I don't know, getting all of that stuff. That much silver ain't trivial. Excuse me. Howdy, what can I do for you? Well, do you have a menu? Menu? What are you talking about? Isn't this a walk-up style restaurant? What? No, I'm a silver plater. I plate things with silver, you know? Oh, I thought your sign was... Never mind. What are my options? You know what? No. It's expensive sounding. What does it say? These woods seem a little too thick to wander through. Don't tell me what to do. More binoculars. Go the opposite way. I looked this up. I didn't look it up. I saw this on somebody else's playthrough. I don't know why they decided to go the opposite direction. Hasn't been a real rodeo in these parts for nigh on 20 years. What are these fools doing dressed like that? Yeah, no kidding. This rodeo clown is playing a harmonica. The tune he's playing basically goes doop 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 doodle doodle oop doop doo. He nods politely but keeps playing. This rodeo clown is eating a comically large hunk of meat. He narrows his eyes at you as if to say, mine. This clown is idly juggling a knife. Howdy, stranger, he says with a smile. You again? Howdy. That's a nice knife. Thanks, it was a birthday present. Oh, was it your birthday recently? The clown grins at you. No, not my birthday. You guys are a long way from the circus. You know about our circus? Yeah, Marty Bob's traveling circus something, right? Up north? Barney Bob's perfectly normal traveling circus sideshow. That's the one. It's way up north, though. What are you guys doing all the way down here? Camping? You can tell by the campfire. What I mean is, what are you guys camping all the way down here so far from home? Oh, we're on break, so we decided to take in the sights. Sights? This is the middle of nowhere. Nonsense. Check out those cactus over there, and those mountains, and all this sand. Plenty of things to see. Wait a minute. You guys walked all the way down here from the northernmost part of the territory for sightseeing on your break? You get really long breaks. We have a good union. Uh-huh. Do you know anything about that wrecked camp nearby? The clown with the meat chuckles quietly. Somebody's camp got wrecked. Why, that's terrible. Whatever happened? Oh, I think you know what happened. The harmonica falls out. The clown's eyes grow very cold. He stops toying aimlessly with his knife. Well, now, I don't care much for that accusatory tone in your voice, lady. Let's see how you feel about a little frontier justice, son. I'm scared. I leveled up with the bean thing, in case you couldn't tell. I'll die. Well, there's one pack of demonic rodeo clowns that won't be troubling anyone. Boy, you did not expect to be thinking that sentence today. Poke around their campsite for a bit, but don't find anything of value apart from the leader's knife and a ticket to the circus. Well, the harmonica, maybe, but the clown had his lips all over it. Ugh. Got a clown knife and a circus ticket. The blade of this hunting knife is glistening with clown spit. Ugh. People who lick their knives to look intimidating are basically the worst people. You also find a note in one of the lead clown's pockets. Ew. It seems to be orders to check out an abandoned tannery not far from Dirtwater. It's probably a bad idea to let these guys wander around near town, so maybe you should investigate. Ugh. Interesting. Be careful, the enemy of your enemy is a mighty fine position to put a knife in your back. Right. Oh yes, that's it. Cows and rodeo clowns do not get along. Weird that this place was so far away from town. You never smell it work in tannery? Whew, lucky you. Sounds like there's a lot of fighting going on inside the tannery, except instead of the regular fighting sounds you're used to, like shouting and gunfire and chairs being broken over people's backs, you hear a lot of ghostly bellowing and cackling laughter. Sounds like a real bad scene, in other words. As you enter the tannery, the second thing you notice is that the place has been abandoned for years, probably since the cows came home. A lot of equipment is covered in dust. Covered in dust. The first thing you notice is that there are a bunch of rodeo clowns in there fighting with... Well, they aren't cows exactly. They're more like possessed skins of cows. That's a little strange because you're seeing people wearing, for example, cow leather chaps, and you've never seen anyone being attacked by their chaps. Maybe there's something about the tanning process that makes leather impervious to impossession, and these cow ghost whatevers are untanned hides. In any case, the clowns and cows seem preoccupied enough with their fight that they haven't noticed you, at least not yet. I don't care much for these clown fellas, but if they're against the cows, maybe they're alright. You won't satisfy leaving any cows still alive, will you? Only been a short time, and you already know me so well. The door's locked, which is probably just as well considering the ruckus you hear on the other side of it. Well, I guess we have no choice. You attempt to sneak up on the cows, assuming you were even sneaking and not just moseying over. The cows appear all too willing to add your face to the list of faces they hate and turn their attention to the clowns, who jump on this opportunity to get the jump on their ancient enemies. Let's do this! All will die! Wait, am I working with... I'm not sure if I like this. True to form, the clowns who were on your side in that fight betray you. Damned clowns. Not so funny now, is it? It's kind of strange to be fighting alongside demonic clowns, but I guess war makes strange bedfellows. Please ignore the fact that I use demonic clowns and bedfellows in the same sentence. What if I do it the other way around? And attack the clown first. Never mind. Bonk! You beat the cow, but the enemy of your enemy is apparently not your friend because the clown decides it's his turn to be on the right side of the screen. Well, it's one clown and one cow down. You hear a lot more fighting going on in the rest of the tannery, though, so that pat on the back will have to wait till later. Ooh. Oh-ho. These heavy-duty scissors have little serrated teeth and are perfectly designed for cutting cowhide. This scene is the makings of a real brawl. Not only does one of the clowns have a nasty look in his eye, nastier than typical, I mean, but one of this cowhide is stretched on a tanning frame, which makes it stronger somehow, I assume? Guess what? The clowns turn on you after the cows are all dead. This is not surprising. Feels like I'm playing Killer 7. What a mess of a fight that was. And what a mess the floor is afterwards. At least now you're free to poke around the scenery. You take that nasty clown's knife and oh look, they also had a key. boy, oh geez, this is not a good situation to be in. You quickly hide behind some old tanned hides. Huh. Is that what they're called, though? There are 3 clowns out there, each armed with a nasty-looking knife. One of them is licking his knife, and the sound makes you think maybe he is literally sharpening the blade on his tongue. They are facing down 2 of the stretched cow hides and a monstrous thing that looks like an entire cow skeleton draped in a flayed cow skin. I bet you think you're clever breaking through the human plane. Do you think we wouldn't follow you? Think you'd find a weapon here to use against us, or are you just trying to escape? What? You take that back! None of them seem to have noticed you. It looks like you could sneak back to the door if you're really careful. I could. Well, now that's a hell of a sight. We could just sneak back out of here. The hell we could. Fill your hand and let's do this. You got it. When they see the clowns and cows stop hissing and moving and posturing at each other. Hey, who the hell are you? Candygram? Uh-oh. Now's our chance, get him! Your existence will trouble me no longer. As predictable as ever, the clowns turn on you once you've helped them defeat the cows. Hello, Smith. It's a good thing the clowns hate cows more than they hate humans, or that fight could have gone way worse. Fortunately, it seems unlikely that you'll run into any more animated leather-clad cow skeletons on your adventure. Right? You approach the hide warily. Looks like it was too tan to be possessed. It's supposed to be a storage shed. It's locked, but maybe the key you found could open it. Howdy, champ. There's a guy hiding behind a barrel. He isn't very good at hiding. Hello? Oh, thank God you aren't one of those horrible clowns. Nope. I'm Marion Maynard. I'm Grady Tanner. It's a good thing you arrived. I couldn't have held out for much longer. Are you actually a Tanner, or is that your surname? Well, both. What are you doing in here? Hiding? I mean, why are you hiding? Because I don't want to die. Look, what's your story? Well, I was scavenging for tan materials. Cow's bane ain't easy to get a hold of as it was in the old days. But while I was searching, those cows showed up, and then the clowns showed up, and so I locked myself in here. Cow's bane? It's an herb for tan and leather. You can't grow it in large patches anymore because cows show up and wreck the place. So there's other stuff we generally use for pig leather and so on. So it's just not as good. Cows wreck your herb gardens? Yeah, if you're going more than a flower's pot worth, they get wind of it somehow. They hate the stuff. Can't figure why. Here, got a few extra seeds you can have. Be careful with them. How long you been in here? 3 or 4 days. I'm starving. Cow's bane is poisonous. I've been chewing on this old leather hat for sustenance. Seriously? Yep. Want some? No. Well, I took care of the clowns and cows, so consider yourself rescued. Wonderful, thank you. As soon as I get a new shop set up, you can count on me for leather and goods you need, and first one's on the house. You wouldn't happen to know where I might set up shop. What happened to your old shop? Care to guess? Cows? Yep. There's an empty lot of dirt water you could probably use. Great, I'll head there. Thanks a million, partner. I owe you one. No problem. great. What? What just... You got that right. Yeah, okay. What? Where I can... Ooh, maybe here. I'm looking for books. Howdy, ma'am. Do you sell books? No, but you sell needles, and I could use some of those. Someone's gotta have books. Must find books. Some fellow was really into plaques. Think they're important? Only one would find out, yeah, I guess. There's a plaque bolted to the wall here. A record of the events of the expedition to and into Shaggy Dog Cave, November 1887. It's recorded by Jim Plackwright. Having acquired through various and sundry means a story which is interesting in its own right, but better saved for another time, a map purporting to lead to a large cache of jewels and ingots of precious metals hidden by the infamous highwayman and train robber Black Coal Jr. in the years before the cows came home, I, Jim Plackwright, along with 3 compatriots, these being Nathaniel Wayman, Cyrus Howard, Douglas Watts, set to find Shaggy Dog Cave and the aforementioned treasure. Our equipment and provisions consisted of 1 cart and a horse to pull it with, 4 additional horses to be ridden, 2 shovels, a spade, and a mining pick, a large coil of rope, 1 large basket of eggs, as well as an assortment of other trail provisions and cookware, my own collection of blank plaques and carving tools, 1 large shaggy dog, and a buck fur. I'm not gonna do it. Traveling for 2.5 days to southeast, we arrived at a small town named Dirtwater, the largest settlement in the vicinity of Shaggy Dog Cave. Leaving the dog to watch the horses, the 4 of us entered the typical saloon, and each ordered beer, except Cy, who was satisfied with water. The barman provided our drinks as requested, and then we drew a small wooden box from underneath the bar, and as if we were just to witness something real interesting. Considering that we still had quite a few hours till the travel, we politely declined and asked him if he had... Sorry, the phone went off. Knew the way to the Shaggy Dog Cave. He replied that he had never been there personally, but gave us rough directions, which correlated nicely with notes on our map. Upon leaving the saloon, we discovered to our dismay that some unknown villain had tampered with our wagon. Fortunately, the only supplies missing were the butt-for and the entire basket of eggs, apart from one that Doug had concealed with a pocket for safekeeping. We also discovered that the dog had absconded with one of the horses, forcing Nat and Cy, after drawing lots, to share.
Dang dogs, you can never trust them.
After acquiring a barrel of fresh water for the trip, as well as a replacement butt for, we headed out to the open desert. The sun shone down mercilessly upon us, though we took small solace in the fact that it would have been far more intolerable had we made this expedition during the summer months rather than November. In order to pass the time on the trip and resist becoming dazed from the heat and susceptible to heat mirages, we exchanged stories of our youth, which I will not be retelling here for reasons of length. However, I will relate to you 3 odd occurrences that happened to us during our trip to the desert. The first was the 2 or 3 hours out of dirt water when Nate noticed a glint of sunlight upon a metallic object partially buried in the sand. This was revealed to be a brass oil lamp of foreign design and manufacture, which fortuitously still contained a quantity of oil. Deciding this might come in handy, we stashed it in the wagon with our tools.
Money. Excuse me.
Our next encounter was with a nomadic goblin tribesman we discovered spoke excellent English. Excuse me again. It inquired as to our destination. We replied that we were looking for Shaggy Dog Cave, though we did not disclose the reason for our journey. The goblin confirmed that we were heading on the correct course and mentioned that he had only a short time earlier witnessed a large and shaggy dog riding a horse in the same direction. We all agreed that this was an unusual sight indeed and continued on our journey. Sometime later, we encountered a large adobe hut occupied by 2 identical-seeming old men with wild hair and long beards. They invited us to take shelter from the heat, which we gracefully accepted, and introduced themselves as hermits. They struck me as odd, as peculiar that there were 2 of them, but I felt it rude to question them on that point. Indeed. One of the hermits confirmed that we were near Shaggy Dog Cave, and the other hermit confirmed that what his brother said was very true. They also commented that they had seen a large and shaggy dog riding a horse in that direction. We all agreed that that was an unusual sight, indeed. The hermits refreshed our water supply in exchange for our butt fur, and continued on our way, excited to finally be nearing our goal. After 2 more hours, we arrived at Shaggy Dog Cave. Carefully keeping our excitement in check lest we become incautious, we unloaded our equipment and supplies from the wagon and took a brief respite in the cool shade of the cave entrance. To celebrate our arrival, Doug and pocketed and shed the egg we saved from our basket that had been stolen from dirt water. Once we rested, we decided the time had come to explore the cave. Discovering that we had neglected to pack torches, lanterns, or any other light sources with which to illuminate the cave, we declared that it was indeed fortuitous that Nate had discovered the antique oil lamp during our travels. He gave the brass a quick shine and lit the wick, and we were relieved to discover that it lighted easily and provided a very adequate amount of light. As we headed into the cave, we were further encouraged by the fact that the floor was quite even and easy to traverse, and that there were no side passages which might cause us to become lost. Despite this, I resolved to hang a number of plaques to mark our progress to the cave and engrave them with the tale of our journey, such that others who discover the cave after us might be entertained and edified by our story. Soon we came to the end of the tunnel. While Nate, Cy, and Doug took turns with the excavation, I completed the last of the aforementioned plaques. It was a matter of hours before Cy shovel struck a wooden surface with a hollow noise, and we hauled an exceptionally styled treasure chest out of the hole with great excitement. The chest was locked with an ancient rusted iron padlock, which broke easily from a single swing of our pickaxe. We opened the lid slowly, and the flickering light of the antique light shone brilliantly upon jewels of every color and shining units of precious metals, just as our promised by the legends of Black Hole Junior Joy said our triumph. We loaded the wagon, the chest into the wagon, and began the journey home. Thank you for reading, and may your endeavors be equally successful. Signed, Jim Clackwright. So, what about the dog? I think I just got trolled with that story. Doesn't seem to be anything here. Alright, let's talk to Susie. And then we'll call it a video. Aristocrats, what? Ha, forget it. Okay. Right, anyway, I'm the Blues 32. This is West of Loathing. And I'm gonna look up where I'm supposed to get this book. TTFN, ta-ta for now.